still?
If I had time, I would be there right now. But yeah, Pepe's. I grew up next to the Pepe's that was right there in Pico Rivera. So that was my home. I grew up in Santa Fe Springs. My parents still live there after 54 years, and it's a great city. I love coming back here. Dodger Stadium's got a special place in my heart.
How often did you come to Dodger games growing up in Santa Fe Springs?
Whenever my dad was able to get some comp ticks up in the orange reserve way up top, yeah.
All right, last one for you. This might be the toughest question. Name your Mount Rushmore of Cal State Fullerton players. Augie Garrido, separate category. Do you have a Mount Rushmore?
I'll put JT, Justin Turner. He's a legend now. He's taken over for us. The career that he's had, pretty remarkable. He started out with the Mets and wasn't an everyday player, changed his swing, and now he's still impacting games. I know he had a walk-off, just the other day with the Cubs, and I couldn't be more proud of JT.
Your beard's not as good as JT's.
No, it doesn't grow as long, and it's definitely a lot more white.
Mark, thanks a lot for the time. Great to share you with Dodger fans.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
There he is, one of the best guys out there, and Jerry Turner's best friend, Mark Kotsay. We'll send it back to you, Tim.
All right, great to hear from one of Cal State Fullerton greats, Mark Kotsay, doing a great job managing this young athletics team. Dodgers baseball brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. Leading you up to first pitch, Dodgers and Athletics. First pitch coming up at 7:10. Up next, we'll dive deeper into this pitching matchup. I'm Tim Cates, the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
AM 570.
LA's best sports talk.
The real home of the Dodgers.
Hey, this is Adrian Gonzalez. Daniels Jewelers is a proud sponsor of the Trip Around the Diamond and your family jeweler since 1948. Daniels is giving every fan a voucher for a free team bracelet and $50 off any $99 purchase. Visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball to get your voucher. That's danielsjewelers.com/baseball. You can redeem at any of the 100 Daniels Jewelers stores nationwide. Own the dream with Daniels Jewelers.
Memorial Day weekend is almost here. Get ready to kick back with an ice-cold Modelo and that perfect michelada. Whether you're grilling, hitting the beach, or just soaking up the long weekend, a refreshing Modelo michelada is the ultimate way to celebrate. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Daddy. Hi, Daddy.
Maybe you're heading out of town.
I need to get the hell out of here.
Here's the thing. You're never truly away from Dan Patrick, Colin Cowherd, Rogan and Rodney and Petros and Money. Together. Just go to AM 570 LA Sports on the iHeartRadio app. Listen to live shows, podcasts, and catch up on anything you missed.
Best friends forever.
Hi, I'm Kike Hernandez. Nothing beats being a dad to my 4-year-old daughter, Penelope. First 5 California is my go-to for tips on helping her grow strong and resilient, no matter what challenges come her way. Learn more at first5california.com.
For over 35 years, Zenshi has been perfecting the art of handcrafted sushi. Each roll, a masterpiece, is made fresh daily with precision, passion, and a tradition you can taste. Now, experience Zenshi's legendary sushi conveniently located at your local supermarket. Perfect for when you need a quality meal on the go. Lunch, dinner, a ball game? Grab Zenshi handcrafted sushi and enjoy exceptional flavor in every bite. Zenshi handcrafted sushi. Fast, fresh, and easy. Pick up today at Ralph's and other local supermarkets near the deli counter.
This is Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck. On your home for LA Dodgers baseball.
Dodgers Athletics rubber game. This 3-game set. Dodgers looking to win this series. First pitch coming up at 7:10.
And now, before the Dodgers hit the diamond, we look at the pitching matchup.
Presented by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Work hard and play hard in a new Tacoma with an iForce turbocharged engine. Get the truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. There's Waldo Vito on the mound for the Athletics. 2-3, 4.75 ERA. 29-year-old out of Dominican Republic. Third season in the big league. Second with the A's after coming over and coming up with the Pirates. Making his 9th start this year. Tends to give up a lot of home runs lately. He's allowed 9 home runs in 26 and 2/3 innings over his last 5 starts. That's 3 home runs per game. after surrendering just 7 home runs in his first 129 innings. Last time out, 5 1/3 innings, 4 runs, 8 hits, 6 strikeouts, and a loss to the Yankees. Against the Dodgers in his career, they've seen him a little bit. 2 starts, 0-1 with a 3.60 ERA. Matt Sauer on the mound for the Dodgers, 1-0, 1.54 ERA, 26-year-old right-hander out of Rigetti High School in Santa Maria. Second-round pick of the Yankees in 2017. Was with the Royals last year, then back to the Yankees. 14 appearances in Kansas City last year. He struggled to 7.71 ERA. Dodgers picked him up in the offseason. He's been great in the 4 appearances this season with the Dodgers. In fact, he's picked up a win and a save in relief in appearances this year. 5 innings, 4 strikeouts, and a win against the Marlins at Dodger Stadium, and then 4 innings out of the pen in Miami for a save.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards of memories.
Family. Start the conversation about aging and find resources at aging.ca.gov. This is Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck. On your home for the Blue all season long.
It's the Dodgers and the Athletics. Matt Sauer on the mound. When the boys in blue play at home, it's important they have the right plan to protect their house at the Ravine. Same applies to your home. Always have a plan and follow fire safety tips. For example, use or install ignition-resistant materials around your home. Use fire-resistant materials when building a deck. Replace vents with ember and flame-resistant vents. Use non-combustible fencing materials for the portion that connects to your house. For more about these tips and to find others, visit fire.ca.gov. All right, before first pitch, let's head back out to the booth. Tim Neverett, Jose Mota, guys.
Tim, thank you very much. The Dodgers and the A's, game 3 of this 3-game set. Dodgers trying to take this series. They have Major League Baseball's best home record at 16-4, and they will be facing Osvaldo Bido. Bido, the right-hander, 2-3, making his 9th start. He has yet to get into the 6th inning this year. He's pitched 5 full on a handful of occasions, but not gotten into the 6th. He has pitched much better on the road than he has at home.
Bob Bido is a very interesting case because he does have the good arm. He's a guy that averages 94 in the fastball, but that fastball's been slugged at 509, and beyond that, he throws about 52% of the pitches away. And I'm looking at those numbers and knowing how well the Dodgers do cover the outer half, and he's had trouble in the last couple of starts. 7 earned runs last 2 starts, including 3 home runs and 10 1/3. And for Bido, fastball sinker, he's got the slider. Dodgers need to go out there and just do the same thing they did yesterday and force him into the zone because he could overthrow sometimes, get a little bit wild. So you got to really close it down. Make sure if he gets wild, you don't help him out.
And for the Dodgers, Matt Sauer gets the start in a bullpen game. Justin Robleski called up today. J.P. Feierheisen optioned, and Robleski more than likely will see some activity in the game here tonight. Dodgers and the A's coming up, Tim.
Hope it's sweet and sour tonight for the Dodgers with Matt Sauer on the mound, and the Dodgers hoping it's a sweet night at the plate offensively and they can get this series win. The rubber game of this 3-game set, Dodgers and Athletics. First pitch is next on Shohei Ohtani bobblehead night and the debut of Dalton Rushing. Enjoy it, Dodger fans. I'm Tim Cates. It's the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
That's it! It's a World Series win for LA! They've done it!
World champions once again, my friend.
World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers.
This is just the beginning of this team's title window.
Get out the way! Get out the way! Get out the way! Yeah.
This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck on the world champion Dodgers Audio Network.
You either with me or against me, though. Living out their dream.
They've added even more.
Now we go for 2 in a row.
Win, 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 win. Yeah. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win.
In the backyard and dreaming about this moment.
Start chasing that chip. Stop. Win, 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 win.
This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck. The MVP for fun, food, and good times. Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Superior Grocers.
Quality, variety, and value.
Shakey's Pizza.
Get more meal for deal at Shakey's.com.
And by Estrella Jalisco.
Back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the ninth.
First pitch is just moments away on your home of the world champion LA Dodgers. The home of the...
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that it was that moment where like, wow, this is really something.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started to cook with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of, our mother. So that's what Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people. And this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
Unprecedented speed, making every second count, with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Runners go. This ball's drilled to left. It is headed back to the wall. It is gone! It is gone!
Celebrate the boys in blue at Dodger Stadium for Filipino Heritage Night on Tuesday, June 3rd versus the New York Mets. Purchase a special ticket package and receive an exclusive Filipino Heritage Night jersey. Experience Filipino culture, live music, and performances in Centerfield Plaza. Don't miss out on a night of celebration. For tickets and information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
At the crack of a bat, crack open a Bud. Budweiser is the official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. There's no better way to celebrate a home run than an ice-cold Bud. Stock up the fridge because it's time to play ball. Baseball fans, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Every Dodgers legend started out as a rookie, but they went on to become the best in baseball. They left behind a legacy of determination, skill, and love of the game. With the right retirement game plan, you too can leave a legacy.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
A sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe there was something went wrong with his other one.
1-1 to Marte in the air, right to the guy we just showed you.
Star and Lowe's. Be a part of the Galpin story. It starts at Galpin.
The home of the Dodgers.
Back to the Galpin Motors broadcast booth. Here's Tim Everett and Jose Mota.
Live from Dodger Stadium, world champion Los Angeles Dodgers baseball is on. Hi, everybody, along with Jose Mota sitting in for Rick Monday this week. I'm Tim Everett, our producer engineer Dwayne McDonald in the booth with us also. The Dodgers just taking the field. Matt Sauer leading them out there. Dodgers have a bullpen game tonight. Sauer will start it against Osvaldo Bido for the Athletics. The Athletics come in 22-21, a game and a half out of first place in the American League West. The Dodgers, meantime, hold the lead in the National League West by half a game over the Padres at 28-15. Let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight First for the visiting Athletics, Jacob Wilson leads off, plays short. Tyler Soderstrom back in left field, hitting second. Seth Brown gets his first activity in the series. He'll be in center field, batting third. Brent Rooker, the designated hitter, bats cleanup. Shea Langoliers moves down to fifth tonight. He's the catcher. Hitting sixth, the right fielder, Lawrence Butler. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Gio Urshela. Nick Kurtz is the first baseman, hitting eighth. And Max Schumann will bat ninth and play second base. For the Dodgers, on Shohei Ohtani bobblehead night, he will lead off, the designated hitter. The shortstop is Mookie Betts, batting second. Batting third, Freddie Freeman in his 500. Always a big night for any organization, certainly for the young man and his family, and also his hometown of Brighton, Tennessee. They are paying attention to this game closely in his first big league outing.
So great. He gets to call the game. He gets to go out there and have the best view ever, and hopefully he'll be in tune with the guys on the mound because a lot of these guys he knows quite well.
Jacob Wilson standing in from the right side. Now Sauer deals, and it's up for a ball. We're underway. First pitch came at 7:10. 64 degrees the game time temperature, brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now the next offer, the 1-0, and Wilson takes a strike. 2 games ago, Wilson had an amazing night, best night of his big league career, went 4 for 5 with 2 home runs, 4 runs batted in. Last night, 0 for 4, the pitch. He swings and fouls it back for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It was nice to keep Butler, Wilson, Rooker all off last night, 0 for 11 combined. Plus, they went 0 for 5 in scoring position.
That's the key. You've got to keep the swinging A's down. This team can swing the bat. No question about it. We've seen it. And so have a lot of other teams. 1-2, and the ball away. A slider. You look at the best records since April 15th. The Athletics are 16-11. They're up among the leaders. The Twins, by the way, 18-8. Tigers next at 19-9. And then the Dodgers at 16-9. And the pitch outside for a ball. Now Sauer goes full, 3-2 on Wilson.
That was a strike right there. In fact, that would have been only the 10th strikeout against Jacob Wilson. Call the ball.
He does not strike out much. He'll take some walks every now and then, but he makes contact very often. And he takes a pitch on the borderline again. So 2 really close pitches. Sauer doesn't get the call, and Jacob Wilson walks down to first base.
And only his 8th walk this season.
I think a lot of that is because he's swinging at the first pitch more often than not. Now Tyler Soderstrom, he had a game-tying home run in the 3rd inning last night. It was his 10th home run of the year. He and Brent Rooker are the top home run hitters for the A's. Left-handed batting left fielder takes a strike. We'll keep an eye on Dalton Rushing tonight on the defensive side, as well as the offensive side, but certainly we'll watch his catching and his receiving tonight. He's down on one knee. His right knee's on the ground. Setting the target and the pitch. It's low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
What he does is, I've been watching in spring training and here in warm-ups. With nobody on, he has a really low place to the ground. 1 knee down, but then he pulls it back even more. He's not leading as tall.
Wilson leads at first. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. He had a high cutter, and Soderstrom couldn't catch up. Soderstrom starts the night hitting .295 with 10 home runs and 29 runs batted in. He's the top RBI man for the Athletics. Rubber game of this 3-game set. And the pitch. That's too high, and it's now 2-2.
In fact, Rushing, just to get familiar with everybody that he's going to be facing, all the hitters, he has a quarterback-type wristband on his left arm. He flips it open once in a while.
He's looking to send a pitch out there electronically to Sauer. Sauer stretch, now the 2-2. Way up high again, 3-2. Now, Sauer does not want to get himself in trouble here. He's already got himself in a little trouble with a leadoff walk. Nobody out, just underway, top of the 1st inning.
Sauer had walked 1 batter in 11 2/3 innings coming into this one in 4 games.
And his payoff pitch with Wilson on the run is ball 4. Wasn't sure if Merzel was bringing up a strike or not, the way he left the back of the catcher's box, but So back-to-back walks to start the game, and now the A's have set up shop, first and second, nobody out.
I mean, he's missing, but not by a whole lot. Not getting benefit of the doubt on that one. A couple of pitches.
No, I mean, he has missed. The misses that he has are extremely close. Now, Rushing comes out in front of home plate and issues the external signs to the defense on how they're going to play this with nobody out and men at first and second. Seth Brown, center fielder, 220 batter. From the left side, looks out at the right-hander Sauer. Sauer checks the runners, kicks, fires. And the ball is popped up. Shallow right. Out is Kim. He's calling for it. This will be an infield fly. So Brown is automatically out. First and second, less than 2 outs. So the infield fly rule in effect there. And there's one away.
Very aggressive team. First pitch coming into this game. Overall, 355. 13 home runs on the first pitch and 597 slugging.
Right now, ground ball playable in the infield would be nice. Brent Rooker, 253 hitter, batting cleanup tonight, right-handed slugger. Looks out at Sauer. Sauer deals him inside, ball 1. Rushing split his time in Oklahoma City between catching and playing first base. He did have one start this year in left field. But the Dodgers were trying to get him as many at-bats as they could. Swinging a fly ball to left. Conforto a few steps over to his right. He'll make the catch, and the runners have to go back. There's 2 men out.
2 flyouts, both off the end of the bat. Good swing there by Rooker, but good job by Sauer on the mound, who throws about 35% cutters, averaging about 90. And sinker averages 94. Slider, 4-seamer, averages 94. And it's curveball and changeup. But really, his put-away pitch is that cutter.
So he can breathe a little easier, but he's not out of the woods yet after the back-to-back leadoff walks. Shea Langoliers, who can put the ball on the ground to the right side. He also has a power stroke, too. The pitch. And Langoliers takes up high for a ball. It was a fastball at 93.
Power hitting catcher. I mean, Langoliers hit 29 home runs last year, but I saw his numbers against the outside fastball. 350. Hits the ball the other way well, too.
Now stretching a 1-0 pitch to Langoliers. He swings, hits it to right field. That ball is going to drop and roll near the corner. It's going to be cut off by Pages. Wilson is in to score. They'll hold Soderstrom at third, and it's a run-scoring double by Langoliers, and it's 1-0 Athletics. The leadoff walk comes back to haunt Matt Sauer, and the Dodgers find themselves down after Langoliers goes the other way again.
Fastball away. Does a good job just staying right through the ball. And Mark Cossack was telling me today, I want my big guys to also think about small ball in situations like this.
Well, the A's, going back to last night, were 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position prior to Langoliers' hit. Lawrence Butler, left-handed hitting right fielder. Runner at second, another one at third. And the pitch outside, ball 1. And as well as Sauer has pitched with the Dodgers, it's not as crisp right now. He was helped out by the infield fly and a fly out by Rooker. They're trying to get out of this inning and get Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman up. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball low, and it is 2-0.
I know he can't take it back, but he had Jacob Wilson struck out. Had a very good pitch. A couple of them.
There were probably 2 pitches that could have been called strikes. See them on the report card tomorrow. Now with 2-0. Swinging a ground ball to Freeman at first. He plays the high hop, chest high, runs to the bag, steps on it. And the side is retired. For the Athletics in the top of the first, they get a run on 1.
Where did you get these seats? They're trash.
I got a guy.
You've got a guy. You gotta use Game Time for concert tickets.
Game Time's for sports. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. It's also the best way to guarantee you're getting the lowest price to your favorite artists too, even at the last minute.
What time is it? It's game time!
Concert tonight? Get in last minute with Game Time.
Texas, this is the Grand Slam burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but
Shohei Ohtani tips his cap to visiting manager Mark Kotsay, now getting ready to step in the batter's box. 1-0 A's. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Dodgers in their traditional home whites, for the A's in their traveling road grays, trimmed in green and gold. And Osvaldo Bido, right-hander, out of Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic, delivers the first pitch that is swung on and fouled back. Ohtani starts the night, .307 average, 13 homers, 22 runs batted in. And last night he had a home run in his first at-bat. Reached base 3 times, scored 2 runs. And he takes a pitch up and in. He also had an infield single last night in the 6th inning. And Bido took a loss in his last outing against the Yankees, allowing 4 runs over 5 1/3 innings. He hasn't gone much further than that this year. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Ohtani.
Heavy 95 right there upstairs for Shohei. Against Bido, lifetime 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts for Ohtani.
Well, Bido standing on the first base side of the rubber, kicks, delivers, and it's low and in. Tried the cutter and missed downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mookie Betts swinging a bat on deck. And the 2-2 to Ohtani. He swings and rifles it foul right off the front of the A's dugout on the first base side at Dodger Stadium. Two and 2 to Shohei. Ohtani waits. The pitch. Swung on, foul, tipped into the glove of Langoliers, and he strikes out. 1 away. At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise and treatment. U.S. News and World Report once again has named CHLA the #1 hospital in California. Learn more today at chla.org.
That was Osvaldo Bido, perfectly executed report right there on Shohei Ohtani, upstairs twice.
And Betts waits. First pitch to him, just missing outside. That was a borderline pitch, and it went Betts' way. Mookie hitting .265, 6 homers, and a 1-0, and he'll take a strike here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Are you saying it's a hitter's night?
Could be.
Zone tonight?
Could be a hitter's night.
Oh, it seems that way.
I think it's going to be a little hitterish. 1-1, and the pitch down low. Got a long way to go.
Long game. I really hope that Sauer, we'll call it a bullpen game, but he can go out there and give you 4 or 5 innings. Be a normal starter pretty much.
2-1 pitches down low. 3-1 now to Mookie. Dodgers did make a transaction today, made a roster move. J.P. Fireeisen was optioned, and Justin Robleski, a lefty, was called up from AAA. Pitch inside and high, ball 4. And the Dodgers have their first base runner.
That's something that Bido has been battling with the last 2 starts, 7 earned runs. And he's allowed the long ball, 3 home runs in 10 1/3 innings. Force him in the zone, and we saw Shohei helped him twice by going outside the zone.
Freddie Freeman in his 500th game with the Dodgers.
Wow.
He's a .317 hitter with the Dodgers. 239 extra base hits, 151 doubles, just with the Dodgers. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. 605 hits, that's the 5th most since 1901. And he's just 2 shy of Jackie Robinson for 4th place on the Dodgers all-time hit list. Mookie leads at first. And the pitch to Freddie. He takes high and away. 2-0.
He's taking a big lead at first base. Getting some more awards out there at first base by Chris Woodward, first base coach. Bido, not that great of a move.
Bido's pitch is cut on and missed for a strike, 2-1. Mentioned the doubles for Freeman. 151 of those. That is the most number of doubles by a Dodger since 1901. So 151 and counting. He's on the Major League all-time doubles list also, and climbs that one pretty high. Pitch is fouled away. In fact, right now he's 52nd all-time with 518 career doubles.
When you think about it, first year with the Dodgers, 47 doubles. Second year, 59.
Here's a 2-2 on the way from Bideau. And Freeman fouls it off. Last couple of nights, after the day off, I would say he swung and missed or swung and fouled off a few more pitches than he was on the road trip.
Yeah, you know, Freddie sometimes gets a little hitch. He gets around the baseball too much. That's exactly what's happening right now.
Stretch by Bideau. And the 2-2. And Freddie pops it up foul left side. That'll go way up in the seats.
So let's see if we agree with this. Out of the 59 doubles, I was at least 20 were long singles for anybody else. But he just wanted it. I mean, he just wanted that double.
Yeah, there were times when he would just stretch it out.
Oh, plenty of times.
Quick turn, a lob toss to first base, and Mookie scrambles back safely.
Yeah, Bideau is a guy that he can have some trouble handling the baseball. That was a lob throw, I think, first base. Just don't get fooled. He might bullet one next time in there.
Wilson, the shortstop, playing up the middle, and Max Schumann at second base, playing in off the outfield grass. And now Bideau steps off the rubber, now digs back in. 1-0 A's, bottom of the first. 1 out, 1 on for the Dodgers. Pitch. There goes Mookie. And the pitch is low for a ball. Throw down. Mookie's into his head first slide. Safe. A stolen base for Betts. That's his 4th of the season.
That's a good report right on Bideau. The leads were outstanding. He knows he doesn't have that great of a move. And certainly it all starts with a good lead. Good jump by Mookie.
Mookie's got the sliding mitt on his left hand. It's hard to miss. It's red. Looks like an oven mitt without the thumb.
Yeah.
And that got to the base first. 3-2 to Freddie, who swings and fouls it back off to the left.
And if you hit the tip of the mitt with the bag, you're gaining 4 or 5 inches. Oh, easily.
All of a sudden, your fingers got longer.
Yeah, your fingers don't hurt. They don't even know that you're on the bag.
Wow. That's why more guys are wearing them these days. Now a payoff pitch again to Freddie Freeman. Freeman swings, rips it to right field. That's a base hit. Mookie will get waved around third. He will come in and score. The throw gets by Langoliers, and down to second base goes Freeman. He ties the game, getting Mookie home, and it's 1-1.
Veteran team taking advantage of the youngsters. The bad moves by Bideau to first base. And Freddie Freeman finally finding something he could handle. But there's no need to make this throw to home plate. And that serves well for the Dodgers because Freddie Freeman, never happy with his staying at first base, ends up at second base.
Yeah, and that should be a single and going to second on the throw, and a rainbow throw from Butler in right field. And the pitch to Max Muncy, missing high for ball 1. Well, Muncy got his second home run of the season last night. It was down the right field line. It occurred in the 8th inning when the Dodgers put a 5-spot up, and it was mashed.
You called it, the silver hammer.
And the pitch down low, and the count 2-0.
We were talking about this off air, but he needed to hit something like that where he knew it was gone. You know, no close call, no fair foul, no just, over the wall. Just he knew it.
Tell by his reaction to it at the plate. He knew he got it all.
It was great.
Freeman leads at second base. He represents the go-ahead run in the bottom of the first. And Muncy hammers one deep to right field. Way back and gone. Max Muncy in back-to-back at-bats has gone yard. And the Dodgers lead it 3-1. He just pounded that baseball. 408 feet.
Daniel's Jewelers are the proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond and your family jeweler since 1948. Visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet and $50 off a $99 coupon. That's it? Silver Hammer again?
Well, yeah, it comes from the Beatles song, Bang Bang Maxwell's Silver Hammer.
And another one where there's no doubt.
I mean,
he could actually savor it.
Yeah, he just annihilated the baseball. He just crushed it. Back-to-back games, back-to-back at-bats. His last at-bat last night, his first at-bat today. So showing signs that he's going to get on a roll here. And the 0-1 to Andy Pages is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pages hit a homer last night. A's got up 1-0, but the Dodgers have stormed back with 3 in the bottom of the first. And Pages, check swing, foul ball.
Anything about the dimension that Muncy brings when he's on? A couple swings like that during the week, and with his walks, it makes the lineup way different, way deeper.
So 1 out, and if Pages can reach here, Conforto comes up, we'll see Dalton Rushing out on deck. Getting ready for his first major league at bat tonight. Here's the wind, the 1-2. And Pages pops this one up back of first, short right field. And now Conforto. And Dalton Rushing wearing number 68. At this point, we don't know if he'll keep that or not. Typically, it's always the number you end up with.
Exactly.
But that's his first big league. He had number 11, your dad's old number. And then Roki Sasaki wanted it. So he was happy to give it up. And Conforto fouls it away.
Hey, sometimes that happens. You get your number changed during the season. It happened last year with Gavin Stone.
That's correct.
And with Pages.
Yep.
It's like, okay, you guys are here now. How about this lower number? How's that fit?
If there's a jersey hanging in the locker, it fits great.
No.
Right? You get your nameplate in a locker in the bigger one full. It's the Dodgers 3, A's nothing.
LA's best sports.
Dodgers 3, A's 1, top of the second inning. Top of the second brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Well, Dodgers stormed right back after going down 1-0. And here's Sauer, overhead windup, his kick, and the pitch to Gio Urshela. No balls and one strike. That one right down the middle, a sinker.
Yeah, he had to pipe that one.
He kicks and deals again, the 0-1 pitch. And Urshela swings and misses at a cutter. 0-2 to Urshela. A veteran infielder now. .233 average. No home runs on the season so far. And an 0-2 pitch. In the dirt, blocked by Rushing.
The idea when they signed Urshela was he was going to be the everyday third baseman. It just didn't work out that way.
Yeah, he's not been there. This is his first appearance in the series. And the 1-2 from Sauer. Outside, fastball, and it's now 2-2.
That was a pretty heavy 95 with some cut.
Dalton Rushing. Number one prospect for the Dodgers, down on his right knee. Sets a target. It's low.
How about that? Down on the right knee, then he extends his left leg out. Little Tony Pena action there.
When Tony did it, that was quite different at the time.
That was extreme. Quite extreme.
3-2 pitch. And he couldn't hold up. He couldn't check his swing. Went around enough, and he strikes out. And that'll be the first strikeout of the game for Matt Sauer. It comes on a cutter.
And keep in mind, Rushing is familiar with Sauer in their days in AAA. And I didn't see him extend that left leg the previous pitch. So I wonder if he does it depending on what he calls. And with that, he has to be very careful.
Yeah, because you don't want to be caught tipping. Nick Kurtz, rookie first baseman, fouls one back. He only had 32 games in the minor leagues. Remember, he was drafted just last year out of Wake Forest. First round pick by the Athletics. And went straight to AAA and just hit his way out of the Pacific Coast League. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss and a ball downstairs. And now Sauer's got the cutter going. That seems to be a pitch that's working for him right now. Getting some vertical drop on it.
It is the pitch he throws the most.
Well, he is set to go. He winds, kicks, and delivers, and it's low. With a changeup that time. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Not that one of the few changeups he's thrown this season in the big leagues. Good job. See if the chase was there.
Here comes
back to the hard stuff.
1-2 pitch. And he went with a fastball, got in on the fists, and he fouled it back.
Interesting. Sauer last year, I was looking at his numbers in Kansas City. 14 games for the Royals. 11 walks and 16 in the third innings.
That's too many for that number of innings.
Between the big leagues and AAA this season, 2 walks.
1-2. Swing and a ground ball foul wide at first. So he's learned to limit the walks. Even though the game didn't start out that way, the A's ended up having the leadoff man walk, Jacob Wilson. He came around to score on the RBI hit to right field by Langoliers. But all in all, he has really managed the control of the walk. So this is Kurtz, rather. He fouls it down the first base side.
There are 6 different pitches. We've seen 4 already. That's a curveball last pitch.
You got to keep him guessing somehow. And a 1-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled back off to the left. Jose's got his glove ready to go. I mean, you brought your glove. You may as well catch one tonight.
Catch one. It's here every night.
You caught one this year, didn't you?
Spring training.
Thought so.
Off the bat of Chris Oakey. Yeah.
1-2 pitch, just about knee high. The changeup, called the ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2. Mookie playing up the middle, just to the left of second base. Uniform all dirty from the headfirst slide. And Kurtz looks at another one low. 3-2.
This kid, beyond the fact that he's got a lot of physical abilities, baseball IQ in his eye, great knowledge of the strike zone.
3 ball, 2 strike pitch. Swung on, ground ball to second. Kim behind it. Hassan Kim throws on to first. And he records the out there 2 away.
See, Tim, go back to what's familiar. He went back to the cutter, this time well placed, and got the ground ball.
Well, you can tell sometimes by pitch usage, a lot of times by pitch usage, what a pitcher is comfortable with, what's been landing for him, and what he feels he has the best chance of getting an out with. And again, right now it's the cutter.
It's the cutter. Don't get away from it.
Max Schumann, second baseman tonight. Right-handed batter getting a chance to get in there. Luis Urias, the regular second baseman, also a right-handed hitter, starts the night on the bench. 1 ball, no strike pitch. Outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Seems to be nibbling a little bit here last couple of at-bats.
38 pitches, and he hasn't completed the second inning yet. Sauer turns, delivers. Ball is swung on, well hit to center field. Outman going back. He is at the track to the wall. It is gone. And Max Schumann hits his first home run of the season. It is 3-2 on a 2-out solo homer.
Here's the residual effect of the previous at-bat, in my opinion. You're on deck and you watch your release point velocity tilt. Everything related to release point, and you give yourself a very good idea as to what you're going to be swinging or looking for. And Max Schumann, not known for his bat, is now known for that bat.
The sinker was left up, out, and over. It didn't do much sinking. It just kind of spun and was hit out. Now Wilson, his second plate appearance, he takes a strike. Walked his first time up, scored a run. 3-2 the score. Dodgers lead. Top of the second inning. Pitch on the way. Swung on. This one's hit up in the air to left. Very playable for Conforto. He comes in about 3 steps. Makes the catch, and the side retired. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors, nobody left. And at the end of an inning and a half at Dodger Stadium, it's the Dodgers 3, A's 2.
AM.
Oppo Taco.
I'm gonna guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a
home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one. A hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack. You know, someone that's just nailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
We wanted to introduce something new. And then working in some of our past and what the past can look like in the future. I think our players absolutely love it, and our fans, we think they'll learn to love it, especially if you can win in it. You know, that kind of solves everything.
Dalton Rushing in his major league debut will lead off here in the second. Dodgers lead it 3-2. Facing Osvaldo Bido, and Bido winds in the pitch. And Rushing takes upstairs. Left-handed batter. And this is the guy that a lot of folks have been waiting to see. 3-0. yards, reaching base 2 or more times in those games.
That's earning it.
3-ball, 1-strike pitch to Dalton Rushing. And it's taken outside, ball 4, and his first major league plate appearance results in a base on balls.
It's maximizing opportunities right there. We're talking about spring training where he was only 2 for 10 in 13 spring games and walked 9 times. His on base in spring training was 619.
Yeah, I mean, that's really good, though. Huh? Even though he just had the 2 hits, he got on base 9 times without a hit. But it's a special night, certainly. James Outman had his night a couple of years ago with the Dodgers. In fact, his first at bat, he had a home run in Colorado for sure. Rushing leading at first base, nobody out. Dodgers up a run here in the second pitch. And it swung on, grounded foul past first base.
And part of what Dave Roberts was telling me today that he was doing with Rushing yesterday during the game is, so stand here next to me and let's look at the signs. Look at Dino and repeat to me what you see. It's part of the homework, your classroom, just to make sure there's no confusion.
No balls, 2 strikes to Outman. Scratching the pitch. Way outside. Also last year, at the end of the year when his AAA season was over, after he had advanced from AA to AAA last year, they brought him here, not to activate him, but to acclimate him. Just to see how things are done on a daily basis. Out in the field, back in the clubhouse, in the video room. And Outman waves and misses. That is strike 3. Strikes out on a slider.
Yeah, through the years, organizations have done that with the top prospects. And you know what was big about that? Al Campanis. He'll bring you a lot of prospects. So September, I'm going to bring you up. You're going to travel, but you're not going to be activated. Just to get familiar with it.
Yeah, just to get used to everything. Now, Ha-Seong Kim, left-handed hitter. His first major league home run last night. And the first pitch to him was outside for a ball. Work hard, play hard in the new Tacoma with an iForce turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. 1-0 pitch. Action in the A's bullpen already. Jason Alexander warming. A right-hander. There's a ground ball. That's through the hole on the right side. A base hit. Rushing turns second. He's on his way to third. And he'll be there standing up. And a base hit for Ha-Seong Kim. And the Dodgers with 1 out have runners at first and third for Shohei Ohtani.
On corner A, you don't have to hit it hard if you're Ha-Seong Kim. Good job right there. Former teammates. On base now.
Both of them with the Oklahoma City Comets. The new name of the Oklahoma City Ball Club this year. So Ohtani is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the first. And an Ohtani bobblehead night tonight. The 50-50 bobblehead, showing him sliding for his 59th stolen base. Here is the pitch from Bideau. And Ohtani swings and hits a towering fly ball to right. Backpedaling is Butler. He's at the track, and the ballpark's going to hold it. Butler makes the catch, but Rushing tags and scores on the sacrifice fly. It's an RBI for Ohtani, and it's a 4-2 Dodger lead.
Good job, Shohei, swinging early and allowing Bideau to get the ball down. He beat him upstairs a couple of times first at bat. And for the Dodgers, again, another sac fly. That's a total of 15 this season.
23rd run batted in for Ohtani, so he plates a run. Well, with that swing, anytime that ball gets up in the air and starts to head deep, you just never know. You don't want to be facing the other way or not paying attention when Ohtani's at the plate. You never know what you'll miss. Betts takes a strike. Mookie walked and scored in the first inning.
That's how the concessions know when Shohei's up.
Nobody's there.
Nobody's there.
There's an 0-1 pitch from Bideau to Mookie. He grounds it foul down the third base side.
Yeah, it seemed like Kim had a green light, just could not get the jump as Bideau just held the ball a little bit too long for him. You already saw what he did with Mookie at first base. Does not like to throw over.
Let's see if Kim gets a jump here. He's already leading past the cut of the grass at first. 0-2 the count, though. Now the pitch coming from Bideau. There goes Kim, and the pitch is up high for a ball, and Kim head first slide. He's in there easily. Schumann put the tag down hard on him on the back. It was a really hard tag, and Kim is feeling the effects of it. But it was an easy stolen base for him as he's picked up his third steal of the season.
What I say is, why wait? He's got the double hand protection there, but the thumbs are exposed.
Well, trainer Thomas Albert and the translator is out there with him. Maybe it was his hand, actually. I don't think he got tagged on the back that hard at all.
Left hand.
Second look, it was his left hand. He might have jammed it into the base.
They could have called obstruction there.
Yeah, it was that was obstruction.
Yeah, it was obstruction.
That's the definition of it. We just saw the replay. Schumann's foot was blocking the bag, and that's what Kim slid into. You can't have your foot in front of the base anymore as of last year.
Foot, knees. Yeah, all the Chase Utley tricks.
I'm surprised that was not called. Interesting. Well, 2-2 to Mookie Betts. Kim in scoring position, 2 men out. Ohtani has driven in a run this inning. Freddie Freeman waits on deck. Osvaldo Bideau, the pitch. And Mookie fouls it off to the right and out of play.
You know, Tim, as easy as it sounds to say you can't have your knee, you can't have your foot. The knee thing is one where you go, okay, no need for that. But your foot, there's times when the throw just takes you there. So now you think about two things. I got to catch a baseball, avoid a base runner, and I have to leave the space here for him.
2-2, stroke to left field, a base hit. Kim is flying around third. He's on his way to the plate. He'll score standing up. And Mookie Betts with a 2-out RBI single makes it 5-2 Dodgers.
Why wait? Get in scoring position, let Mookie do his thing. He's hot. Well, he's got a thing against Mark Kotsay, which we love that passion.
He certainly showed us emotion last night when they walked Ohtani to get the Betts. And usually, we gave you the numbers last night. We've got them here. We can share them with you later. But usually when that happens, it's not good for the other team. Doesn't turn out well for them. Freddie Freeman, 1-for-1 with a run scored. And he swings, hits a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit past the diving second baseman. Around second and on his way to third is Betts. And the Dodgers with runners at the corners. Freddie Freeman is 2 for 2.
It all started with a walk by the rookie. First MLB plate appearance for rushing. First to third, rushing. First to third, Mookie Betts. That's how you pressure a team that actually has allowed 21 unearned runs and have committed 30 errors.
Well, this is going to end up being a short night for the A's starter as he only goes 1 2/3. So Osvaldo Bideau is out of the ball game. Jason Alexander will take over with 2 men out, 2 men on in the bottom of the second inning. We'll take a pitching change timeout. The score, the Dodgers 5, Athletics 2.
With these designs, I wanted to bring out the Old English letter font, but add a twist to it. This is one I've developed over the years and used on a lot of tattoos. You can tell a sign painter or a lettering person by their numbers. That reveals a lot about them. It's an honor to design for the Dodgers. It's almost gone beyond sports, even into fashion. People wear LA caps all over the world.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bock beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
Muncy with 2 outs and runners at the corners will face the new pitcher, right-hander Jason Alexander. 5-2 Dodgers, bottom of the 2nd inning. Pitching change brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Alexander starts him off with a changeup, and Max swings and misses. He is out in front. It's 0-1. Alexander, 32 years of age. Lives in Peoria, Arizona. Born in Windsor, California. 0-1 pitch off the end of the bat, foul by the Dodger dugout. 0-2.
It's a good name.
Makes you think of Seinfeld.
Who else?
Right? George Costanza.
The only one.
Well, he was the assistant traveling secretary for the Yankees.
Yes.
Remember Costanza? Giving hitting tips to Bernie Williams and Derek Jeter. 0-2. Swung on and lifted in the air toward left center field. That ball is going to drop for a hit. Mookie scores. Around second is Freeman. He is into third with a pop-up slide. And the Dodgers add on. Muncy with another RBI. His 4th of the game. It is 6-2.
Well, Max Muncy gets a changeup first pitch and takes the right approach from there on. Another changeup. This one even better, located off the strike zone. But does not think to pull the baseball. Goes the other way, and there it is. Dumps it right in front of everybody by the right approach.
That run is charged to Bideau, and Freeman is his responsibility at third before you can close the book on him. But right now, 6 earned runs. Pitch coming to Pages. Right-handed batter takes high for a ball.
And that is the 3rd time this inning the Dodgers have gone 1st to 3rd.
A lot of traffic on the bases. We're just not even 2 innings into the ball game. 6 runs on 6 hits for the Dodgers. 2-2 for the A's. Strike called in the inside corner to Andy. .289 the average for Andy Pages. 0 for 1 tonight. He flied to right in the first. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and hit high in the air to left. It'll be playable for Soderstrom. Moves a couple of steps over to his glove side left, makes the catch. And the Dodgers are finished in the bottom of the 2nd inning, but not before they put 3 runs on the board on 4.
Dodgers baseball continues on its official.
Face Matt Sauer. And Sauer's first pitch to Soderstrom is right there for a strike, fouled back. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
0-1 pitch is swung on, hit on the ground to second base. Sung Kim comes up with it, throws to first, and there's 1 down in the top of the 3rd inning.
Shop the new Dodgers World Series Champion Gold Collection at MLBshop.com. Embellished with gold accents and scripts. Get the gear that celebrates the glory of last season's journey.
Seth Brown, another left-handed bat, center fielder. Popped up to second, infield fly. His first time up, swings, fouls it back.
Oh, they are swinging. That's what they do. They've done it all series long. That's why they hit 355 as a team on first pitch. You make it a quality pitch, obviously less chance for some damage.
Swinging A's.
Tim, and if we know it up here,
they know it down there.
Mm-hmm. And then it's a matter of executing it down there.
A splitter rolled up there by Sauer. Found 1 and 2. Pitch was outside. Ball and 2 strikes to Seth Brown. He kicked the pitch. Swung on, ground ball to second. Carbon copy. Kim to first, sidearm, and Brown is out. 2 away.
And the game is so much easier from up here.
Isn't it?
So much slower.
It's so easy.
I was talking to Ramon Hernandez about that. He's now one of the coaches for the A's, but boy, he was tremendous. And I always say, Ramon, so what was Moneyball? He goes, Zito, Mulder, Hudson, and me.
Yeah.
That was Moneyball.
That was Moneyball. He was there at the time.
He was a young catcher that really took control and guided his 3 horses.
Brent Rooker, the batter, takes inside ball 1. And now Sauer ready to deal. Out of the full windup. 2 outs, base is empty. Pitch. And that's in the dirt. Dodger fans, you can skip the line at Dodger Stadium. Look around the ballpark for the QR code to scan or order with the Uber Eats app from your seat and enjoy every pitch, run, and out. 2-0 to Rooker. Kicking the deal. Swung on, hit foul down the third baseline.
For Sauer, first big league start, and also he had gone as far as 78 pitches in an outing when he went 5 innings.
So he stretched a bit.
Yes, against Miami here on April 29th.
And as long as the Dodgers keep adding on runs, you can keep adding innings for Sauer. He's at 50 pitches right now, so he can go another one if he can get Rooker here quickly.
And on top of that, Tim, the way the rotation's set up right now, with so many question marks, why not have another guy stretched out?
Can't hurt.
He has made as many as 22 starts in a minor league season.
2-2 pitch now. That's low and outside, 3-2. Yeah, Dustin May will go tomorrow night against the Angels in Game 1. On Saturday afternoon, Clayton Kershaw will come off the 60-day IL, and he will return to the big leagues.
He's back.
He'll face Tyler Anderson, former Dodger. And then Tony Gonsolin will pitch the Sunday game. Rooker fouls another pitch away. He'll go against Yusei Kikuchi. Jack Kahanowitz will oppose Dustin May tomorrow night here at Dodger Stadium. 3-2 to Brent Rooker. Nobody on, 2 out. They had Matt Sauer standing tall on the hill. Full windup and the pitch to Rooker. Swung on, stroke down the left field side, hooking foul. That goes out of play.
It's a nice skate by the security guard over there with his chair.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Very nice skate.
You know who he reminded me of? The Freeze in Atlanta, the guy that runs.
The Freeze is losing too much lately, man. What's going on?
That guy got a good start.
Huh?
Right down there. Now the 3-2. Oh, he couldn't hold up. Good looking curveball, and Rooker strikes out. It's a 1-2-3. Top of the third inning for Matt Sauer.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards of memories.
The beauty of this jersey is the feel, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till it thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. And toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green. You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
Bottom of the third inning, Dodgers 6, A's 2. Along with Jose Mota, Tim Neverett, Dwayne McDonald, our producer-engineer in the booth with us, as well as David Vassay. He's already got a lot to prepare for the post-game show after the first 2 innings. The Dodgers put 6 runs up. And Michael Conforto fouls the first pitch from Jason Alexander away to the left, and it's 0-1. Conforto 0 for 1 tonight, grounded out to second. That was in the first inning. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch inside to him. 4-seamer at 93. First base out of the rubber. Alexander steps back, kicks, and deals. And Conforto hits the ball toward the middle. Diving stop to his right. Schumann to his feet, throws to first, and he retires Conforto. 1 away in the third.
Another hard hit ball by Conforto now in this series. He is 4 for 10.
Here's Dalton Rushing. Second big league plate appearance. Walked his first time up. Came around to score. And now Rushing from the left sideways. He'll look for his first big league hit. And the pitch. And it's a breaking ball low for ball 1. Anytime there's a big league debut and it's anticipated like Rushing's was, he was called up yesterday. The families are here, friends are here. And they are hanging on every pitch. 1-0. And a strike call. You think about them following him in Little League and all the way through high school and college and all the games and all the practices and all the rides and all the hours. And now it's paying off. He's getting his first taste of big league activity. Takes a strike. It's 1-2.
Already scored his first big league run with a walk.
And we'll see what happens after the game. Regardless of the score, you'll see Rushing down there with his family on the field taking pictures. They'll probably present him with the lineup card and maybe a ball with his first major league hit. Pitch is low and away, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. And Alexander kicks and fires. And Rushing takes inside. Full count, 3-2.
Young man just knows how to work a count.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Dalton Rushing. Alexander staring in. Now the A's right-handers. Payoff pitch. Swung on, ground ball up the middle, a base hit. That's the first big league hit for the Dodgers' #1 prospect, Dalton Rushing. He got it in his second plate appearance. And he is down there at first base, and get him that baseball.
Congratulations, young man. Well earned. Saw a lot of pitches first at bat. Even more pitches this at bat, and goes right through the box. What a moment.
Well, 1 out, Rushing at first, and you can just imagine the reaction of the family. Goosebump moment. And the pitch, that's inside and low.
And the relief on his part.
Yeah. Didn't want to disappoint him.
The toughest thing is to start with an 0 for 3, 4, 5, 6. Starts way on you.
Well, he's on the other side of that first one. And now a 1-0 pitch to James Outman. And he'll take outside. 2-0. At AM/PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free hot dog and any 12-ounce slim Coca-Cola. Redeem your free feast in the AM/PM app. Let's play ball. AM/PM. Too much good stuff. They've got 2 stolen bases at home tonight. Outman looks at a ball away. Again, a changeup. Well, the ball will be taken and authenticated. It'll be watched carefully and presented to Dalton pretty soon. And the pitch outside again, and Outman draws a 1-out walk. That pushes rushing over to second base.
Dodgers used the walk, used the power, and only 7 strikeouts last night. Putting the ball in play. So far, so good here also tonight. Good start.
Ha-Seong Kim coming up. He's 1 for 1 with a stolen base and a run scored. Middle infield playing for 2. 2 on, 1 out. Dodgers up 6-2, bottom of the 3rd. Kim waits. Alexander stretching, checking the runners. Now he comes home, and Kim goes the other way, slaps it to left for a base hit. They're going to wave rushing home. Here comes the throw. It's offline. Rushing scores standing up. It is 7-2. An RBI base hit for Ha-Seong Kim. And Rushing scores his 2nd major league run, and Shohei Ohtani gives him a pat on the arm on the way by.
Got a beautiful piece of hitting right there by Kim, who today in BP was a lot of fly balls and has responded quite well here tonight. Line drive the other way, single through the right side. He is now 4 hits in the last 2 games.
This is an at-bat you want to be ready for here. 2 on, 1 out. Ohtani up. He just missed a home run in the 2nd inning, but settled for a sacrifice fly and a run batted in.
And he's going to see some cambios. Get ready.
First pitch from Alexander to Ohtani. Outside ball 1.
This is what Shohei always has told me. Guys that throw this low, I have to be late. Thinking center field the entire time and pull it just by the reaction.
Here comes a 1-0 pitch to Ohtani. He lets it go, and it's outside, and that was a changeup. 2 balls, no strikes.
It's on Kim now. 3 for 6 of runners in scoring position in his young big league career.
Ohtani with 13 home runs. He's 1 behind Corbin Carroll of Arizona, 2 behind Kyle Schwarber. He swings and goes deep to left field. This ball is back. This ball is gone. A home run for Ohtani. His 14th. A 3-run shot. Oh, he puts on a show. Ohtani on his bobblehead night. Just hit another one as he goes to the opposite field. It is 10-2 Dodgers.
Daniels Jewelers is a proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond and your family jeweler since 1948. Visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet and $50 off a $99 coupon. Well, Tim, is what he's told me his entire big league career. Soft throwers, I'm going to see changeups. I have to think middle the other way, and there it was with power.
7 home runs for Ohtani in his last dozen games. He's driven in 4 tonight. He now has 26 runs batted in this season. 10-2. Dodgers up big. 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And that pitch is up high. The Dodgers in the early portion of this game have taken the A's out behind the woodshed. And they're not done yet. Base is clear. 1 out. Pitch to Mookie. It's up high, ball 4. And Betts reaches base for the 3rd time tonight. 2nd time via walk.
Between Betts, Freeman, Max Muncy on base 7 times.
Scott Emerson, the pitching coach, runs out there for the Athletics. The mound visit brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. Well, the Dodgers pouring it on here early. The Athletics have given up a lot of runs. Coming into the game, their run differential was minus 37. No, minus 34, beg your pardon. So now it's minus 42.
And the other issue is they run into in this ballpark is they like playing away from that stadium in Sacramento for a reason. The reason is they see a lot of double digits against them over there.
Yeah. Wait till the summer. Now the pitch to Freeman and a breaking ball in for a strike. The reason I say that is because the temperatures are routinely 100 degrees in Sacramento in the middle of the summer.
The wind doesn't stop either.
It's like a convection oven. That hot wind. 0-1 to Freeman. And he chases a changeup down low. 0-2 to Freddie. And Freeman is getting closer and closer to some pretty big names on the all-time doubles list. The 0-2 pitch to him. He swings. It's a high fly ball to center field. Playable over towards slight left center field. And Seth Brown will make the catch, and Freddie is out. But some of those names that he's going to catch this season. And Freddie had 518 doubles. When he gets to 522, so 4 more, he'll be tied with Johnny Damon, Garrett Anderson, and then 2 after that, he'll be tied with Ken Griffey Jr. And when he gets to 525, Ted Williams and Willie Mays.
That's some big old names right there.
I mean, that's coming up in a month or so. He's going to be up in that territory. Max Muncy, who has turned it on here in the last couple of days. 2 for 2 for Max. Three-run home run in the first inning and an RBI single in the second. And he takes up high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Muncy. When you combine Betts, Freeman, and Muncy tonight, they're 5 for 6 with 2 walks. And the 3 men have reached in 7 of their 8 plate appearances. Betts at first, 2 down the pitch. And Muncy takes a healthy hack and misses. Jason Alexander offered him a fastball.
Yeah, one of the few fastballs we've seen from him.
Well, the question is now that he's ahead in the count, 1-2, does he go soft away here? And the 1-2. And he went soft with a changeup, but it was down low.
Guys that throw a lot of changeups rarely will double up on a fastball up and in against lefties. It's pretty much show you that because I want to go back to what I think is going to get you to chase. It's my changeup.
But a lot of times that elevated fastball is only good for 1 punch, so you want to save that.
There's a little surprise feature.
Here's a 2-2. And Muncy lets it go outside. And with a fastball, Muncy did not offer. Full count. Betts will take off with the pitch. First baseman backs up and does not hold Mookie here, so Mookie will get a big lead. Alexander out of the stretch, ball behind his back. Peeks over at first. Now straightens up. Glove against the letters. The pitch. And this ball is smacked foul and up into the upper deck, the top deck on the third base side.
That's pretty good plate coverage by Max Muncy again. He's the first guy to face Alexander. Went the other way with the RBI single.
3-2. And there goes Betts, and the pitch inside the Max. He walks.
Tim, the fastball's 93. It's not like he's just a a guy that's throwing a lot of junk out there. You got to respect 93, but being able to execute that changeup better, he's got to locate better with that fastball.
Yeah, the fastball's the first one by you always.
83. You
got to be ready for it. There's Andy Pages, 2 on, 2 out. 10-2 Dodgers batting in the bottom of the third inning. Andy's 0 for 2 tonight. It's fly to right, fly to left. He swings, hits a drive to center field and deep. Going back, Brown. Brown at the track, Brown at the wall. It's gone! A 3-run home run. Andy Pages. Oh, did he put a charge into that baseball? He jumped on it and hit it out to dead center. Pages, his 8th home run of the season, and the Dodgers lead it 13-2. Holy smokes.
Andy Pages. Early count, gets a breaking ball down, drives it straight to center field. Daniels Jewelers is a proud sponsor of the Trip Around the Diamond and your family jeweler since 1948. Visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free bracelet and $50 off a $99 coupon.
13-2, 416 feet on the home run. 3 runs batted in, now 24 on the season for Pages. And the pitch to Conforto. He chases a changeup downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Before you and I recorded our segment here today, we were talking about being hitterish. I'm like, you know what? Look at all these things here just add up to one thing. Swing the bat today.
That's actually a word in the baseball vocabulary. Hitterish.
Yeah.
It's a hitterish night. We thought it might be, and boy, has it ever been. 10 hits, and we're not finished with the 3rd inning. 13 runs up on the board. And this ball stroked to right field. That's going to get down in the corner and bounce over the short wall for a double. Ground rule double for Michael Conforto as the Dodgers have batted around here in the 3rd. For Conforto, his 9th double and his 4th one of the series.
And Conforto now 5 hits in this series, and the ball continues to really come out hot out of his bat. Glad to see that.
The A's now get a right-hander starting to loosen in the bullpen. This could be a long night for their bullpen. 11 hits now for the Dodgers. And here is Dalton rushing up for the 2nd time this inning. Earlier, he had his first major league hit. He'll remember that, and he'll remember this inning for getting to bat twice in the inning.
Make it count. Why not get 2 knocks?
0-1 pitch to Dalton rushing. His first major league start. He takes a ball up high, a sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike.
He's got some throwback in him, too. I mean, he is a baseball rat. He loves talking baseball and history, especially Dodgers history.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch. That's up high, and it's 2-1. You don't have a lot of teams with catchers from the same college, do you?
How about that?
The Dodgers do. Both Will Smith and Dalton rushing from Louisville. Mitch Spence is the right-hander warming for the A's. 2-1 pitch, and that's on the inside corner for a called strike. 2-2 to Rushing. Rushing recently caught Kershaw's last AAA rehab start. Hunter Fiducia was on turn, but the Dodgers wanted Rushing to catch him. They probably knew something.
You think?
I think so. Now the 2-2. Swing and a foul back. Kershaw had good words to say. He'd never thrown to Rushing in any capacity before. They got to throw, the innings in Oklahoma City, and said that he was really impressed with him.
If Kershaw says it, we believe it.
Stretching the 2-2 to Rushing. He takes strike 3. Pitch looked to be a little up, but he strikes out. Dodgers bat around. They put 7 on the board in the bottom of the 3rd. Home runs by Shohei Ohtani, a 3-run shot. Andy Pages, a 3-run shot.
Sometimes artifacts in the collection of the Hall of Fame could tell multiple stories. This is the earliest known Yankees baseball cap in existence. It tells a story of a very early baseball cap and of a guy who just had a cup of coffee in the big leagues. But there's actually a hidden story inside this cap. There's another name written in the cap. So who's Dolan?
to the Galpin Motors broadcast booth.
Top of the fourth inning, and the Dodgers with a 13-2 lead. Shea Langoliers will lead off against Matt Sauer. Some defensive changes for the Dodgers, up by 11 runs early in the ballgame. So Sauer delivers, and Langoliers takes a strike. Miguel Rojas is in at short. Betts is out. Kike Hernandez takes over at first base. Freddie Freeman is done for the night. Chris Taylor goes out to center field. Another strike called on Langoliers. Center fielder Outman moves to right field, and Pages gets the rest of the night off. So a good opportunity for Dave Roberts to get at bats for Taylor, for Rojas, for Hernandez.
Not too soon, though.
No, you're up 11 at this point.
Not too soon.
And now the Dodgers are going to get some action going in the bullpen. Left-hander Anthony Banda is throwing. Pitch swung on, fouled away. Still 0-2 to Langoliers.
It's good to get Mookie out of his feet, though. I mean, Mookie gets out here so early and takes a zillion ground balls and goes through different drills. Not just ground balls. He's fitting 6-4-3s. He's got 4-6-3 works and things like that.
0-2 pitch to Langoliers. Bounces at the plate 1-2. Well, Betts tonight, what did he do? Scored 3 runs. He's 1 for 1 with 2 walks, a stolen base, and 3 runs scored.
And one of the biggest hits.
And he did that in 3 innings of work. So good night for Mookie. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Now the wind, the pitch. And Langoliers fouls it back and over to the right. So really, for Matt Sauer here, the object is to challenge him and just throw nothing but strikes.
Get the job done.
Just get the first out, then find a way to get the next one. Here's a 1-2. Swung on, popped up. This will be playable behind the plate for Rushing. He throws the mask away and reaches up, makes the catch. Langoliers is out, and there's 1 down for the A's in the 4th. That's 5 in a row set down by Matt Sauer. This will bring up Lawrence Butler, the right fielder. This is the only game going on right now in Major League Baseball. Everything else final today. And Butler hits a ground ball to the left side of the infield. Backhand pick, Max Muncy. Long throw to first. Kike's got it 2 away. Max was shifted over near the shortstop position with a left-handed batter up, and he made a good play on Butler.
There's that stat about positioning and defensive runs saved. This is one of those where positioning does not allow that runner to get on.
Gio Urshela, the batter.
In the last 3 years, the Dodgers among the top teams always in defensive positioning to prevent runs.
Here's the wind by Sauer and the pitch to Urshela. That's there for a strike. Started him with a fastball. Oh, 1 pitch, and that's inside. One ball and 1 strike to Gio Urshela. 2 down, bases empty, the pitch. Swung on, and that is grounded just foul past first for strike 2. For the Dodgers in the bottom of the 4th inning, James Outman will lead off, and Ha-Seong Kim, then Shohei Ohtani due up. We'll expect Ohtani, the DH, to stay in the game tonight. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a foul back.
And there will be those days when Ohtani's on the mound where days like today make you think, how much longer do I want to keep him in there? Since he's on double duty.
It'll be interesting to see what happens when he starts throwing later in the season. 1-2, that's lifted down the right field line. Long run for Outman, and right by the wall, he reaches for it and misses it. It was just out of his reach along the side wall, parallel to the right field line.
It's a nice effort by James. Of course, he's not all that familiar with that area and territory at Dodger Stadium as he is covering center field gap to gap.
In center field, you only have one wall to worry about. That's the one behind you. Corner outfielders, you got more to worry about. There's a swing and a foul back.
In center field, you go line to line, side to side. You got to worry about your teammates. Make sure there's no collision.
A ball and 2 strikes to Urshela. Pitch swung on a ground ball to second. Running to his glove side is Kim. Sets his feet. Little sidearm toss to first base. And a clean inning for Matt Sowers. He gets through 4 innings as the opener.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, like, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it. But as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
To the boys in blue, the world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
Never gets old.
Bottom of the 4th inning, 13-2. And James Outman will lead off, facing Jason Alexander still. Outman has moved to right field. And he swings the first pitch and hits it a long way foul out of play down the left side. Strike 1 to Outman. A message from California Public Health. Teens, you can feel better when you balance your stress with tips and tools made for teens by teens. Learn more at takespacetopause.org. Next pitch inside to Outman. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now this winter, James worked at a hitting lab in Atlanta called Maven. Spent a lot of time there working on trying to flatten out his swing some.
Question is, has he stayed with that approach since then?
And a 2-1. He swings and fouls it back. 2 balls, 2 strikes to James Outman. Outman and then Ha-Seong Kim and then Ohtani. He's got his helmet on down there and standing on the dugout steps. I don't think he's going to miss an opportunity to get some at-bats tonight.
No.
He's done damage already with a 3-run home run and a sacrifice fly. Now Outman cues it down the third base line, and it's called foul by Stu Sherwater.
You know, Tim, it's one of those things that Mike Scioscia battled with Ohtani and the Angels was, how long do I keep him there and convince him that it is to get him off of his leg because he's pitching in a couple days. And the answer was always just let me play the game from Shohei.
2-2, and Outman pops it up third base side. Foul ground. Urshela chasing, and he might have a little room. He does. It comes back to him. He makes the catch, and Outman is out. 1 away.
Yeah, so if it's up to Shohei, he's not even looking at the score. He said, I got to just finish the game.
Just finish the game.
Yeah.
Well, that's got to be a challenge. And Dave Roberts hasn't had that challenge yet, managing Shohei doing both.
That's why I bring it up, because I lived it. I saw it.
You were right there. So Ha-Seong Kim, the batter, he's got 2 hits tonight. 1 run batted in, a stolen base, and 2 runs scored. His last base hit that drove in a run in the 3rd inning. Really nicely done. He just kind of paddled it to left field. 1 ball, no strikes to Kim. And that's outside.
I was watching MVP today. I'm going, there's a lot of fly balls being hit. What is going on? It's not your game. Well, he shut me up very quickly today. Ground ball to the right, ground ball left field. Yep. That's his game.
He's spraying the baseball tonight. 2-0. And he lets a strike go by. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And I really think the more you see his swing, how compact it is, and how the ball jumps up his bat as a big leaguer, there's 15 to 20 there in that bat as he matures and plays every day.
And a 2-1. That's up high, and it's now 3-1 to Ha-Seong Kim.
Now, I would sacrifice that for 10 home runs, maybe 8 home runs, and just get the average up and hit the ball on the ground. Nothing wrong with that. In this lineup, you don't need to hit home runs.
Well, that one a little inside. That's ball 4.
So come to Dodger Stadium for Will Smith bobblehead night, May 21st against the Diamondbacks. The first 40,000 fans will take home the last out title clinching strikeout bobblehead presented by Spectrum. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
So Ohtani coming up. 4th plate appearance for him. He's had 1 each inning. Homered his last time up, and he takes outside ball 1. Alexander trying to stay away from him. And Mitch Spence was throwing last inning for the Athletics, but he sat down. Mark Kotsay just giving the ball to Alexander here. The score the way it is. Pitch down low. A sweeper, and it's 2-0 to Ohtani.
Alexander came into this inning already with 48 pitches in relief.
The stretch and the 2-0 pitch. And that is a strike at the knees on the outside corner. Now the 2-1. And that's inside, and Shohei has to back up. 3 balls and a strike. 1 out. Kim, the runner at first. And up 11 runs. Kim's not going to run here. He's going to stay put, and the Dodgers will play station to station on the bases when they can. Here's a 3-1 pitch. And Ohtani just hammers one to center field. It is back. It is gone. His 2nd home run of the night. Shohei Ohtani getting it done with a home run to center field. It is 15-2.
Shohei Ohtani, Daniel Jewelers, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond and your family jeweler since 1948. So visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet and $50 off a $99 coupon.
Ohtani with 6 runs batted in tonight. And Miguel Rojas, the batter.
On a night where he started off with a strikeout, chasing pitches out of the zone. He's toned it down.
Oh, he's amazing.
Oh, especially on bobblehead. Does he know his bobblehead now?
He does. That's the 20th time in Ohtani's career that he has had a multi-home run game. You know, none more impressive than the one he had on the 19th of September in Miami on that fateful Thursday afternoon where he reached the 50-50 mark, and the bobblehead tonight commemorating that. But he's still going to have at-bats tonight, too. He could still have a monster night like he did then.
We will never forget that 6 for 6, 10 RBIs.
Now, that 6 for 6 game, huh? I asked Mo about what game was better that he saw. The Rennie Stennett 7 for 7 game for the Pirates against the Cubs, because Rick was with the Cubs then, and foul ball into the Dodger dugout. Ball and 2 strikes now. By the way, 418 feet on the home run for Ohtani. And I said, which one was better? He said the Ohtani one. He said because Randy Stenton had a bunch of singles. Going 7 for 7. There's a ground ball left side, backhanded in the hole by Jacob Wilson. Long, an accurate throw to first. Gets Rojas, and there are 2 down for the Dodgers in the 4th.
I mean, Shohei's driving the baseball. And in the same game, creating even more excitement with the stolen bases. And goes 6 for 6.
Kike Hernandez, first plate appearance of the ballgame, hitting .222. Last 16 games, he's been very good, .361. First pitch from Alexander outside. Mitch Spence is back up in the bullpen for the A's. Anthony Banda continues to throw for the Dodgers. He'll come in the 5th. All in all, Matt Sauer, very good start tonight. Pitch inside to Kike.
Yeah, first major league start. He gets 15 runs to support him.
So his run support average is going to go through the roof.
It's going to be real good. Even though 4 innings does not qualify him for a win. So what?
And pitch on the way to Kike. That's up high. This is the second time this year the Dodgers have scored 15 runs in a game. First time was not very long ago. It was in Miami on the 29th. It was here on the 29th. Those series were so close together. But, yeah, it was here when the Dodgers won 15-2 over the Marlins.
By the way, Jason Alexander's ERA is up to 19.06.
He's getting up in Miguel Rojas territory.
Maybe got some company soon.
3-1 pitch to Hernandez. And Kike takes a strike. He thought it was ball 4. He dropped the bat. And he apologizes to the home plate umpire and asks for timeout. In the not too recent past, something like that would happen. That strike zone would get a little wider for the next pitch.
You better be covering. You better be swinging next pitch.
So here's Alexander's 3-2. And Kike hits a ground ball slowly toward the middle. It is grabbed by Schumann, the second baseman on the opposite side of the bag, throws to first, and Kike is out. So the Dodgers pick up 2 more on Shohei Ohtani's second home run of the game, and after 4 full innings at Dodger Stadium, it's the Dodgers 15, the 8.
Another W for Dave. Rose courtside thanks to Game Time.
What's up, guys? I'm front row at the concert thanks to Game Time. Woo!
Wait, Game Time has concert tickets?
Yeah, look.
Huh.
It's the best way to guarantee you're getting the lowest price to your favorite artist, too, even at the last minute.
What time is it? It's Game Time!
It is a 1933 Gaudi Babe Ruth card. It is 8.5 PSA. It's rated higher than the one in the Smithsonian.
This card at one point came with a packet or a stick of chewing gum.
This card actually is almost a century old. It was bought for a penny.
So the fact that just the heritage of a card like this is now coming up almost 90 years later into an auction, it's a pretty special moment.
Anthony Banda takes over for the Dodgers, the left-hander. And backing up Matt Sauer, who went 4 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. A lot of deuces. He'll get a no decision out of this after 4 solid innings and 68 pitches. Banda's 20th appearance, 3-0 and an ERA of 4.58.
Is that why we had the Banda music in our ear?
That's it.
Yeah,
that's exactly right.
Mexican Banda.
So he's ready to go. High leg kick, and the lefty sends one home, and that's inside for a ball.
He needs a good outing. He has been scuffling with location, and sometimes the mechanics not being as fluent. He needs to really get back to that straight line towards home plate, executing fastballs and sliders.
There was a pitch clock violation, so it was a 2-0 count. Now it's 3-0. Bonda didn't get his first pitch off in time. And now he falls behind Nick Kurtz. Kurtz, the first baseman, 0 for 1. And he takes a strike. Now, you know things aren't going so well when the number 8 hitter is only up for the second time in the game. When the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani's been up 4 times in 4 innings and has hit 2 home runs and has driven in 6 runs. Swing and a tapper foul. 3-2 the count.
That might tell you a story or two, right?
That'll give you an idea of what's happening tonight. This pitching change, by the way, brought to you by Navian, HVAC, and water heater products. 15 runs, 12 hits. Swing and a miss, and Kurtz is out on strikes. Got him with a slider. That's strikeout number 1 for Anthony Bonda.
In his young big league career, right now 0 for 12 against left-handed pitching for Kurtz.
Well, it's on-the-job training for Kurtz. Again, he was just drafted last year. But he's got such good skill and a ton of potential. Well, Max Schumann, who hit a home run off of Matt Sauer. Well, a tip of the cap to Matt Sauer. Didn't start very well for him, at least not like he planned. He walked the first 2 men he faced, but after that, he was really good. And the only bad pitch he really made was to the guy at the plate right now, Schumann. So Sauer turns out to have a very good start here.
He's been quite a valuable piece for the Dodgers in this depleted rotation and all the innings out of that bullpen. He's had outings of 4 innings, 5 innings, and 4 innings.
Pitch low, 3-0. So he started off the last hitter 3-0, came back and got him. He'll try to get the number 9 hitter Schumann here. Get you caught up on what happened in baseball earlier today. Well, we do that. And there is ball 4 to Schumann and a man aboard with 1 out. So earlier today, the Braves beat the Nationals 5-2. And for the Braves now, they are even Steven at 22-22. The Nationals underwater at 18-27.
How about the Bravos, man? The way they started, especially the way they've been playing at home.
Yeah, they've been playing very well at home. We saw it up close and personal last road trip. Jacob Wilson takes a ball in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. The Rays beat Toronto. It was a day game today in Toronto. It was 8-3 the final. It was the first day the Blue Jays opened up the roof in Toronto. And if you've ever seen a game there, a strike to Wilson with the roof open during the day, it's pretty cool. It's a neat ballpark.
I'll take a day game in Toronto anytime.
Yeah, it's nice. Nathan Lukes had a home run for the Jays, and Josh Lowe had one for the Rays, his first. Also, Cameron Meisner for Tampa Bay had one. Vlad Guerrero hit a line drive to left field for a home run, his 5th. And Addison Barger had another for Toronto. All their runs coming on home runs. 2-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled away by Wilson over to the right.
As you mentioned, Guerrero Jr. Still, nobody hits the ball harder on a consistent basis than Vladdy Jr.
I was watching the game this afternoon, and I mean, the ball got out in the blink of an eye. It was just an absolute rocket.
He hit a ball the other day at 120 to the third baseman.
Yeah. Good luck. 2-2. There's a ground ball to the third baseman. Muncie's got it. Throws to second one. Kim the turn. Stretching out and around the horn. Inning-ending double play. There you go. Double play. And for the A's, that's...
anytime we can put on these uniforms, the same ones that those guys played before us in the Negro Leagues, it's an honor to put it on and to share this field with them.
It's a piece of history, so I mean, to be able to wear it present day is honestly an unreal feeling. Once the lights are on and the anthem takes place and you're standing there on the line, it'll sink in as to what this moment really means, because I do think it's a meaningful day.
Dodgers and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Pitcher on for the Athletics as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. 15-2, Dodgers in front. It is right-hander Mitch Spence to face Max Muncy. Muncy has homered, driven in a run with a base hit, and walked and scored. In fact, that home run that Muncy hit in the first inning was his 193rd as a Dodger, and he moved into 8th place all-time in Dodger history, passing Carl Furillo on the all-time list. He pitch inside. Next up for him, Matt Kemp, 7th all-time with 203 home runs.
Just
so
like
Muncy
that.
Just behind him now.
Longevity with his uniform.
He's going to get 10 more to catch Matt Kemp. Here's a 2-0 pitch to Muncy. And he takes a strike from Spence.
Let's go with Muncy in his career cycle. How many games has he played in the postseason because of where he is?
A lot.
A lot of October games.
And a 2-1 pitch to Muncy. And he takes in the dirt. Muncy started the save of the game. The save of the game is brought to you by Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Say goodbye, grass. Hello, rebates. Be waterwise.com. There's the around the horn ending double play that Max started. And he swings, hits a high fly ball to center. Seth Brown comes in a few steps. He makes the catch. And Muncy is out to start the bottom of the fifth.
So there's times, Tim, when we can get a little caught up in the numbers when he has not done or desperation spreading his own. But there's a fit in the clubhouse, in the culture, and Max Muncy hasn't been a perfect fit for the organization. In fact, Max Muncy did not get one single base hit in the World Series, and nobody remembers that. But he's got a ring.
They do. They remember it now.
Right.
Well, but you mentioned it.
I just mentioned it, so go look it up. That's why it's not all about.
Yeah, but he was a.
What did you do and when you win, nobody cares what you hit.
He was a contributor. They were all pulling on the same end of the rope. Chris Taylor pops one up on the infield, left side. Urshela, the third baseman, comes into the infield grass. He makes the catch, and there are 2 away in the bottom of the fifth inning. So with Mitch Spence in the game, another pitching change, and this one brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. Michael Conforto, left fielder, facing Spence. He swings and misses at the first offering. Conforto 1 for 3 with a double. Texas Rangers beat Houston 1-0 earlier today. A tightly contested AL West here in mid-May. Strike call to Conforto.
I was talking to Mark Kotze about that in the Brett Boone hiring in Texas as a hitting coach.
Well, Texas moves to within a half game of Seattle for the division lead, while Houston drops to 1.5 out with the loss. And the Athletics are 1.5 out to start the day. Seattle is idle today, so chances are good they're going to drop back to 2, you think?
Yeah, Athletics are in a good spot. You think they're going to drop tonight?
I think so. Yeah. And the pitch. And Conforto waves and misses. He strikes out. Spence has a 1-2-3, bottom of the fifth. We go to the sixth, the Dodger Stadium. It's the Dodgers 15, A's 2.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started to cook with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of our mother. So that's what Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
All right, Ryan, PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this. Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So one of us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple.
Okay,
so first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Let's see what he wrote. Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
The Dodgers as we start the top of the sixth inning. 15-2, the Dodgers lead. It is Justin Robleski who was just recalled today. J.P. Fireeisen was optioned back to AAA. But Robleski back here in the big leagues facing Tyler Soderstrom. And he deals him ball one.
Great opportunity to go out there and eat up some innings and fix some things that just were not right last time out here.
Swinging a ground ball to second, charged by Kim. Little toss to first base and plenty of time to get Soderstrom. One away in the A's sixth. Oh, what a night so far. Dalton Rushing's major league debut. He's got his first major league knock. Shohei Ohtani with his 20th career multi-home run game. Max Muncy moves into 8th all-time by himself in terms of all-time home runs for the Dodgers. It's 193rd. And Freddie Freeman playing in his 500th game for the Dodgers tonight. And Freddie left the game. What do you do? 2 for 3? Yeah, 2 for 3 for Freeman. And a run scored, 2 singles. 1 ball, 1 strike to Seth Brown. Robleski pitches a strike. It's a sinker over, and it's 1-2.
Only one appearance before this one. That was in Washington on April 8th. 8 earned runs, 2 home runs in 5 innings.
And the pitch. It is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And he had a terrific spring. I mean, you were there every day. He was on fire.
Yeah, he really stood out.
Pitch, just put away pitch. Wipe out breaking balls.
He kicks and deals. And the pitch fouled back. Jose, got your glove? That's a little low. Bring your glove to the ballpark.
As they do in Japan. Well, actually, you don't bring the glove to the ballpark. There's a section with helmets and gloves down farther down the line.
2-2 fouled back.
So after the game, you leave the glove, you leave the helmet there. And that's where I met my friends Seiko and Yosuke that visited us here today.
Yeah, they visited. Gave me a great gift. That was unexpected and very nice of them. Very traditional gift. Yeah, swing and a miss, and out on strikes now is Seth Brown. First strikeout for Robleski. Got it on a slider, and there were 2 away.
There it was. It's what we saw pretty much all spring, that finish.
Brent Rooker coming up. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Rooker with a swinging bunt right out in front of home plate. It is grabbed and thrown down to first base. And Rooker is out. And Robleski.
You've already mastered playing baseball, Virgo, but you're curious about what goes into the sport off the diamond. You're finding that researching the history of the game is helping you uncover hidden skills that you didn't know you had. Letting yourself explore what catches your interest could be your secret advantage on the field.
Blue, the world champion LA Dodgers audio network. Never gets old.
Root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame.
Seventh inning, and Kike Hernandez leads off against Mitch Spence. Not exactly a nail-biter tonight. Dodgers with a 16-2 lead. Bottom of the seventh, brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers looking for win number 29 tonight.
And number 17 at home. Best in baseball.
Yeah, best home record in baseball.
Slugging at home coming into tonight, 507.
A swing and a miss by Kike.
Look for that to shoot straight up.
Dodgers have the best home batting average, too, in baseball, 288. That was coming into the game. I'm sure it's gone up after they banged out 13 hits tonight. And an 0-2 pitch. And Kike couldn't hold up. And he strikes out. Well, Kike out on strikes.
The Yankees will come to Dodger Stadium for a 3-game series beginning Friday, May 30th. Get your tickets for the historic rivalry today at Dodgers.com/tickets. Here comes the Yankees.
Yankees and Dodgers have had some good games in the past. That's an understatement. They've had some classics. Now Muncy rips it through the whole right side, a base hit. His third hit of the ball game. He attacked the first pitch. It was a cutter down the middle.
The swing looks so much under control now. It's flatter, it's firmer, it's more decisive on swinging early on good pitches.
And this is the Max Muncy that everybody wants to see, including Max, especially Max.
And he actually admitted it's been a tough month and a half for he and his family. The things that have been going on around home plate.
Well, you know, it can be a tough game, not just physically, but mentally, too.
Oh, mentally draining.
That's a hard game. If it was easy, everybody'd do it. 1-0, and Taylor swings and pops it up back at second base. Schumann and Wilson calling for it, and Wilson gives way to Schumann, who makes the catch. 2 down. When you think about all the players in the history of Major League Baseball, you're talking about like 25,000 players. It wouldn't even fill half of Dodger Stadium. For all the players over all the years that played Major League Baseball, wouldn't even fill half the stadium.
That's a century, a full century of baseball, plus.
Michael Conforto at the plate. He's doubled tonight.
And then you think about the class of Hall of Famers.
And then not only to get to the big leagues, but to be really good at it. The Hall of Fame is just a wonderful place to go, by the way, if you've never been. 1-0 pitch, ripped foul.
Well, first time I went to the Hall of Fame was I was in the New York Penn League.
Oh, yeah, so you're probably close by.
Playing for Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
In our trip to Oneonta, where the Yankees were. Day trip to
you got to go to Cooperstown.
Yep.
New York Penn League, fun league.
Yes, it was.
Here's a 1-ball, 1-strike count, and a swing and a foul back. I remember Utica. Remember playing in Utica?
Utica, yes.
It had the
Jamestown.
The right field in Utica was 289.
I couldn't even go deep there.
And you know who owned the team?
Utica.
It was Morgana, the kissing bandit.
That's right.
She owned the Utica Blue Sox.
That's right.
It was 289 to right, 350 to left.
I saw Morgana.
Not exactly symmetric.
A few appearances here.
Yep.
First time I saw it was Steve Garvey.
Now a 1-2 pitch. It is hit in the air down the left field line. Racing over toward it is Soderstrom. Soderstrom right where the grass and the track meet, make the catch. And that's the third out of the bottom of the 7th inning. We head to the 8th. It's the Dodgers.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
The first baseman will lead off against Justin Robleski. 16-2. Dodgers with the lead. 14 hits. And the A's with only 3. We were talking about Justin Robleski, too, and saying, he could get a win out of this if he pitches 4 effective innings. But 2 things can happen score-wise. And again, at this point, because Sauer pitched 4 innings, didn't qualify for the win, it's up to the scorer's discretion. He also could award Robleski with a save of 4 innings. He'd have a 3-inning save if he came in the 7th. But a 4-inning save,
which he did in Colorado last year.
Yeah, so it would be a second one if he got it. Even though the score is 16-2, he can still get a save, but they would give Bonda the win. But we'll see. Again, it's up to the scorer at the end of the night. And still see what happens here in the 8th and 9th as Robleski threw one way inside to Kurtz, almost got him.
Kurtz reacted like the ball got him.
Out of the zone, and Kurtz chased.
That was one of those Robleski got in his head. He's like, I'm going to go out there and take the biggest hack ever.
1 out. Top of the 8th inning, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo celebrating 20 years of good times. There's a strike delivered to Max Schumann, the 9-hitter.
I can still see Kurtz in that dugout. He is not happy.
Kim playing up the middle just to the right of second base. There's a ground ball snared by Robleski. Lob toss high to first. Kike's got it, steps in the bag, and there are 2 down. 2 away. Right now, Wroblewski through 2 2/3 innings has faced the minimum. That's effective.
Yeah, 17 pitches in his first 2 innings. He had a 10-pitch, 6 and a 7-pitch, 7th.
Pitch to Jacob Wilson is fouled down the right field side. Again, attacking the first pitch. Wilson 0 for 2 tonight. Hit into an around the horn inning-ending double. Well, Wroblewski, the left-hander, ready to go. He kicks and fires, and he deals low to Wilson. And Justin Wroblewski has faced the minimum thanks to a double play in the 7th.
Perhaps could have made that play. Should have made that play.
Well, Pereda leaning in. Now he'll go into the stretch. Rushing leads at first. Pitch to Outman. He swings, and he's going to drop this one into left center field for a base hit. And Rushing stops at second base. Kim coming to the plate. You know who is on deck. Shohei Ohtani.
Join us for the Vince Scully bobblehead night Monday when the D-backs are here at 7:10 p.m. The first 40,000 fans in attendance will take home a Vince Scully bobblehead presented by 76. Celebrate the legendary voice of baseball and own a piece of Dodgers history. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Here's the first pitch to Ha-Seong Kim. And he'll take low ball 1.
Not a bad night for Rushing behind the plate. Did a good job calling the game.
Couple of hits.
Got his walk, a couple of runs scored.
Good showing. Good first impression. 1-0 pitch to Kim. It's outside 2-0. Pereda this year with an ERA of 18 coming in. It's still at 18. See if it changes. He's given up again 4 earned runs on 5, 6, now 7 hits. And Kim takes a strike.
He threw the pitch and he started backpedaling.
Well, yeah, he was getting ready to field it. It was a curveball.
Please don't hit it this way.
Now the 2-1. And Kim very late on a slider. And Pereda stepped toward third base and kind of crossfired on that pitch. And he's shaking his head up and down, yes, in the affirmative. Now he throws home, and he throws a hard one, and Kim fouls it back. That was 87. He was trying to sneak one by him.
Young man, don't give the A's any ideas. Stay at 65. You're still a catcher.
2-2 pitch to Ha-Seong Kim. And he swings and fouls it back. That pitch was way up and out of the zone.
That was 85. I saw Pereda take BP today. That's light power for that young catcher.
So he's ready to go in a 2-2. Lobs it in there, and this one is squirted down the left field side. That ball is going to drop in fair, and it bounces over the sidewall out of play for a double. Rushing will come around to score. It is 17-2. Outman stops at third, and Kim has a 3-hit game. That'll be a double and an RBI for Ha-Seong Kim.
How about for Rushing? 3-run score, a couple of hits, a walk. And Ha-Seong Kim stayed inside the ball on base 5 times tonight.
And here is Ohtani. Again, only one career 3-home run game. Buckle up with Ohtani at the plate here. And a position player on the mound out of the wind for the A's. Pereda deals. And Shohei kindly takes it for a strike.
As you know, the last one in Miami came against a position player.
It was Vidal Brujan, who's now with the Cubs.
That's right. Way out to right field.
Here's an 0-1 pitch. And Ohtani lets it go outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I don't blame Pereda. He's taking steps backwards. To me, that's always the biggest fear of position players pitching. The comebacker.
1-1. Ohtani swings, fouls it back. It's ball and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 8th inning. 17-2. 2 men in scoring position. Nobody out. And Ohtani awaits the 1-2 from Johnny Pereda. Here it comes. And he swings and he pops it up foul over the third base dugout and into the seats.
And then Pereira's going to end up at second base one of these pitches.
Yes.
Or falling and tripping on the back end of that slope.
Outman way off of third. Kim way off of second. Here is the 1-2 pitch. And Ohtani strikes out on a high fastball at 89.
Well.
And did you see that?
Yes.
Ohtani just handed his bat to Miguel Rojas. And Rojas is going to use Ohtani's bat.
How about Pereda in that moment for him?
Well, that's one he'll remember.
He went upstairs on Shohei. Having to chase.
Well, tonight's game brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com. Pitch outside to Miguel Rojas.
By the way, they saved that baseball for him.
They should have.
Well, they did. Throw it out there.
That's one for the shelf right there. Now a 1-0 pitch. And this one lined to right field. That's a base hit. Outman comes in to score. They'll hold Kim. I think under normal circumstances, Kim would have been sent on that. But again, going to station here, it's now 18-2. That's tied the most number of runs the A's have given up in a single game this year. Rojas with a run batted in.
He does the Shohei bat. Got the magic wand. He goes the other way. Beautiful placement on that line drive the other way.
Kike Hernandez without a hit. And he looks at one down and away. 1 out, 2 on. A 1-0 pitch. Again, it's outside. He's throwing it so slow, it's registering as a changeup on the computer.
I'm telling you, Pereda's phase expression is like, let's just get this over with.
2-0 pitch. He lobs one in there. It's high. And you can almost tell on home plate umpire Dan Merzel's body language, like, come on. Throw a strike.
He wanted that pitch. Pereda did.
3-0 to Kike. And that's outside ball 4, and the bases are full of Dodgers.
Pereda wants this just to be over and be in that dugout. Be done with it.
And the beat goes on. Now here's Max Muncy. It's the first 3-hit game since he's had since the 5th of April against the Phillies in Philadelphia. And he's just looking for one he can drive. Muncy with a home run in the first. Single and a run batted in the second. Base hit his last time up, and he swings and fouls it off to the left. One ball, 1 strike to Muncy.
Yeah, the Dodgers still looking for their first Grand Slam.
Do not have one as a team. Still don't. This one's popped up, foul ground. Urshela will chase, and it'll just go over the netting and bounce off the top of the Dodger dugout. One ball and 2 strikes. You think Rick Monday's missing this game tonight?
Nope.
One, 2, and that's up high. He's sitting somewhere in Florida right now laughing at you.
Hey, Rick.
Saying thanks, Jose.
Thanks for allowing me to tell some stories here from your seat.
2-2. This one's hit high in the air to center field and playable. Kim's going to tag at third. It's caught by Brown. Kim comes home. And the Dodgers now with 19 runs on the board, extending their season high in a single game. 2 men out, 19-2. Muncy with a sacrifice fly, and he's got 5 runs batted in tonight.
Number 3, Chris Taylor.
Now Chris Taylor looking for a hit. Rojas at second base. Kike Hernandez at first. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. The pitch. And that is ball 1 up to Chris Taylor. Taylor's popped up to third, popped up to second. Out of the stretch. And the pitch, and Taylor fouls it off to the right. 1 ball and 1 strike. 6 Dodgers tonight with multiple hits in the game.
Between Ohtani and Muncy have driven in 10 runs.
It's not bad. And Kim's driven in 2 tonight. Scored 4 of them. He's 5 for his last 5 with 2 walks. Pitch inside to Taylor. 31 pitches for the backup catcher, Johnny Pereira. And the next offer, a ground ball hit to short. A couple of steps to his right, and the throw to third base by Wilson, and safe at third is Rojas.
A miscommunication there. And in fact, Urshela should have been going back to the base, to the bag, because Wilson does a smart play and goes the short way.
The A's want to challenge this.
The Athletics are challenging the safe call at third base.
The fan reaction is, hey guys, it's 19-2. But the A's have to play it out, so
they want the last out.
You got to understand.
Yeah, of course. It's a confusing play for Urshela, who does not go to bag early enough. But for Wilson's a good play. He figures my only play right now is going to be the short throw.
Yeah, the A's have not left the field yet. They're starting to.
Return. Runners out. Athletics retain.
So it will be a force out, 6-5, and we'll go to the 9th inning. And Taylor reaches on a fielder's choice. Dodgers add 3 more on 4 hits.
Where did you get these seats? They're trash.
I got a guy.
You've got a guy. You gotta use Game Time for concert tickets.
Game Time's for sports. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, it's also the best way to guarantee you're getting the lowest price to your favorite artists too, even at the last minute.
What time is it? It's game time!
Concert tonight? Get in last minute with Game Time.
Now representing the organization, Jim Leland and AJ Hinch are presenting Miggy with a customized set of cleats made by renowned artist Marco Turzo, made from several significant baseballs from Miguel's career. The cleats are presented on a base representing the time he spent at both third and first base in his career.
LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
19-2, Dodgers lead. Top of the 9th, Tyler Soderstrom, the batter. An 0-1 pitch from Robleski is in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Best drive of the game presented by Edmunds. See how much your car is worth at Edmunds.com. Shohei Ohtani's second home run in the 4th inning was the drive of the game. Swing and a miss, and out on strikes is Soderstrom. One away in the 9th. And the top of the 9th is sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS now. Friendly agents are standing by to take your donation. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Well, Jose, the 19 runs, the most by a Dodger team against an American League opponent ever.
Like that.
Since interleague play began. The previous high, 16 on 3 times, but the last time was on the 22nd of July in 2023 against the Rangers. That was in an interleague game.
They start against the starter here. Vidot only lasted 1 2/3, 6 earned runs. And they took care of also punishing the bullpen. A bullpen has been really sluggish.
0-2 pitch to Seth Brown. He takes high 1 2. The most recent largest margin of victory was 21, and that was July 10th, 2021 against the Arizona Diamondbacks here at Dodger Stadium. But in terms of an interleague opponent, this is the most runs they've ever scored against one.
The A's have not played well against the National League.
2-2. Swing and a ground ball right to Kike Hernandez at first. He grabs it, steps on the bag, and the A's down to their final out.
In fact, the A's are about to be 8-13 against the National League. They are 14-9 against the American League.
Pitcher number 64, Johnny Pereira.
So here is the pitcher, the backup catcher, Johnny Pereira. And Robleski, who has been very effective. Again, he's at the minimum since he entered the game in the 6th inning. He's given up 1 hit, but a double play cleaned it up. And Pereira waves and misses. Strike to Pereira. Robleski deals home. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. And the A's down to their final strike. Fans on their feet. Better than 51,000 here tonight on Ohtani bobblehead night. And the 0-2. Swung on, fouled back. And since the A's won Game 1 11-1, the Dodgers have outscored them since 28-5. Pitch fouled away again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the stretch by Robleski at his 1-2 offer to Pereira. That is low. That was close enough for close enough for this one, but called a ball. And you got to give credit too to Dan Merzel. He has called it straight up regardless of the situation in the game. 2-2. There's a ground ball to short, charged by Rojas. He grabs it, sets his feet on the lip of the infield grass, throws to first, and this one mercifully is over. The Dodgers pound the Athletics tonight 19-2. They win the series 2-1 and now go to 7-2 against the American League this season. And a victory for the Dodgers, their 29th of the season. We'll come back with a look at the totals in just a moment.
This is AM 570 LA Sports.
Take your fun higher at Harrah's Resort SoCal with the help of Mayor Martin Short. Test your luck on the casino floor 24 hours a day. Indulge in a winning meal in the world's largest Hell's Kitchen or try a mayor-approved treatment at the spa at Harrah's. To score your winning getaway, visit harrahssocal.com today.
Memorial Day weekend is almost here. Get ready to kick back with an ice-cold Modelo and that perfect michelada. Whether you're grilling, hitting the beach, or